LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot make your email response time faster. We can help.
Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. The Panthers on the prowl will continue driving down the field to the red zone. We just got a first down and 10. Smitty on the loose, wide open Ted again. Stack 6 more on the board, looking like a win. With the 6-game winning streak, put them out their misery. Brady wanna cry when the ref threw the penalty. Panthers got a hot team, Patriots the enemy. Draw the first blood, different team than we used to be. Cam swerving through the traffic, signaling a first down. Fans on their feet and the crowd getting really loud. Offense did a job off the field. There's a towel. Bank of America. Stadium is going down. Defense got him pushed back to the end zone. Hardy with the sack. That's a safety and we got the ball. Rushing on your shotgun. Staring at the barrel, y'all. All New England fans hear him saying that ain't fair at all. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Better watch the linebacker, he can read you like a book. Run 40 yards just to tackle Luke. Got him shook, Tobert like a tank. And D'Angelo with the fake. Stiff arm, out of bounds, 25 to game. Stewart back, healthy 3 lethal running backs. It's suicide, add the wide receivers, it's a rout. Secret weapon, make plays, Greg Olsen make it happen. Keep pounding on these haters, we ain't playing John Madden. Legion of the Hood, hometown go boom. Force the fumble, Panthers making sure the ball is loose. Jack move, Charles Johnson, yeah, he will come attack you. State of mind, mentally and physically, we pass you. Godfrey in the nickel back, and he making sure we're safe. Panthers on the prowl, we gon' come and elevate the state. Hard fought thriller, only 59 seconds left. Panther fans on the feet, heart beating out the chest. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. What's up? Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep pounding. Ice up, son. What's up? Ice up, son. Carolina, keep pounding. Carolina, keep
A lot of dry rubs.
Business owners, is your payroll vendor charging you too much? Do you have
What's going on, everybody? Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so, and don't forget to check out the Facebook group page. Keep pounding it all caps for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news, such as scheduling for the channel and for the other sports out. Keep pounding Facebook. If you like what you see on your screen, go check out Lindara Ty on Instagram using her last name Ty, T-A-I Lindara, Lindara, and she will hook you up to enhance your streaming experience, videos, panels, etc. Awesome to work with, good pricing, and just awesome in general. Lindara Ty on Instagram. Go check out Monster Rub and Sub out in Spartanburg, South Carolina, for a delicious, tasty sub. And also, don't forget to check out Vinny's Pizza out in Duluth, Georgia, out in the Dirty Bird territory. For some of the best pizza you will ever eat in the Southeast, go check it out. We'd like to thank some of our YouTube partners out there, Blitzball Champ and Carolina Bleeding Blue Podcast, under our umbrella streamers, and also some of the other Panther streamers include C3, Unk 2020. We got Black Cat Panther Podcast. We've got Pat Coltrane out there, and lots of others. So go check them out. Share the love, share the family love for the Keep Pounding crew. We appreciate y'all so much. And outside of the YouTube Panthers community, we've got the Washington Commanders, Ed Oliver with his channel, and also Tom Grossi with the Patcast. So show them all some love, please. Thank you so much. Tom Grossi has rated me like 3 times last year during the regular season, so I think 3. Yeah, 3? 3. So, yeah, show him some love. Great guy. Love him to death. Alright. Let's do some mock draft streaming. I got my buddy David on the line here too. He'll be here off and on as he's working and doing his thing, you know. So appreciate you. Oh, I didn't even know Steve Smith did an emotional tribute of Sam Mills 3 years ago. Wow. I didn't even see this video. That's crazy. Agent 89, man. That's what's up. But, yeah. Let's try to get this thing rolling. It's our first official mock draft of April. I'm ready to start the grind. How about y'all? If you would like to be included in said mock drafts and schedule a day, there's a Facebook post that I just put up moments before the stream started. Comment down below underneath that or in our live chats, you know, and I will work with you and we'll schedule a day. Please note that the day right before the NFL draft is a day off, so you cannot schedule on that day. Other than that, it is dependent on my schedule as well as yours, so please try to be patient and work with me, because I have a busy schedule off camera as well. So I have a lot going on. Things will calm down a little bit as of lately for me to focus on these mock draft streams completely, so that's what I'm doing. Shout out Marcus Cash. Appreciate you. What's good? What's good to you? My man. Alright. Let's see. We're getting rid of that. What was that? Oh, that needs to stay. Alright. So if you are new to these mock draft streams and what we do with mock drafts, we are going to be using the site NFLDraftBuzz.com/simulator. So if you would like to try this out for yourself, that is the site that we're going to be using. A lot of these other sites require you to pay for it, which I don't want to do. And this is the most realistic one as far as trying to get trades. And what I think might happen on an actual draft board on draft weekend, depending on what ranking system they're actually using on the draft weekend, which nobody knows what that ranking system is. So, I have a theory as to what I think that system might be, but I'm not going to throw that out there, obviously. Because the NFL's got to keep some of their secrets. You know what I'm saying? Marcos Cash says, chilling, is my birthday, so I'm sitting back drinking some brews, watching my son play in the pool. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, it's a good day for that. It's nice weather out. It's a very nice day. Alright, so we're going to roll through here. Now, I'm going to, first of all, this first mock draft is going to simulate just what we would pick at 19 if we made no other moves. Okay, we didn't trade up, we didn't trade down. It's just what's available at 19. Now keep in mind, this is the Jimmy Johnson ranking board. So I don't know what the ranking board they're actually using, but we're going to see how that works out. 90 degrees in South Texas. Woof. Yeah, that's Texas for you.
That's hot.
Yep. Just as a point of reference, I was out in Arizona, and it got to be 122 during the middle of July. It was so hot that it melted your sneakers into the concrete.
Gosh.
That's no joke right there. Don't ever go to Arizona during the middle of July. And then freezing cold temperatures at night. Oof. That is not a fun state. Y'all can have that one. All due respect if you do live there, but would I come to visit there again? No, thank you. I'll pass right on through, thanks. Alright, let's do the mock. Alright, so we got Boyega at 3. Let's see. Keldrick Falk is one of the ones on my radar. I've been looking at him. He went 7. TJ Parker, I vouch for him from Clemson. Peter Woods, I vouch for as well. Proctor, top 15. Howell, top 15. R. Mason Thomas to the Buccaneers. There goes Lemon to the Jets. Jeremiah Love to the Vikings. Alright, since we're not getting a running back, we now have options. Avion Terrell is still on the board. We've got Arville Reese. We've got Sonny Styles, C.J. Allen, Anthony Hill Jr. at linebacker. Edge rusher Messidor. Defensive tackle, we got Caden McDonald. We got Caleb Banks. Zion Young. If you're looking at tight end, we've got Shadiq. We got Stowers as well. Offensive line. I think it's a little too early to jump on offensive line, but if you want to, you can. There's a Utah tackle up here. Wide receiver wise, Casey Conception is there. Cardinal Tate, Jordan Tyson, Rizal II, Denzel Boston, and Omar Cooper Jr. We're not even looking at quarterback and running back because we already took care of that in free agency. So, Marcos Cash says Caden McDonald. Okay. You want to start off with McDonald? Would you like to be the one to run this mock, Marcos? Just to get us off and running, buddy. I would love it. I would love it. Absolutely love it. So, let's run this mock with McDonald. Let's go ahead and pick him. Now, I think that's a solid pick. Eagles get Messidor. Browns get Casey Conception. Y'all don't even know what to do with him. Bears get Terrell. Ugh. At least he's not going to Atlanta. I'll take it. Shadiq goes to the Chiefs. Ooh. That's bad. That's real bad.
Who is that?
Shadiq, the tight end from Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's Travis Kelce's replacement right there. Omar Cooper goes to the Titans. Who we met with, Denzel Boston to the Giants. She's got another pick at 40, and they picked Zion Young. Let's see. C.J. Allen to the Jets. Malachi Lawrence. Brandon Siss goes to the Colts, which messes up the Falcons because they go for Chris Bell. Anthony Hill Jr. goes to the Vikings. I'm not even sure who that offensive tackle is that the Lions just picked up there. Chargers are offering us to go down 4 spots. We pick up a third-year pick and Darius Davis, the wide receiver. Curious move right there. Cowboys want us to move down to 92. We pick up a 4th, a 5th, and a 4th next year. I'm going to say no to that. That's your 2 picks, right? Trade offers right there. Marco says, let me see all. If I was going to make a trade, it would be with the Chargers. Because, I mean, honestly, you're only moving down 4 spots. It's not going to kill anything that you're trying to go after, I think. That's my take on it. What do you think, Marcos? We pick up that third. We get a wide receiver. But I don't know about Darius Davis, though. I don't know much about him. That's kind of a risk. You're going 50-50 on a wide receiver that you don't really know much about. I would honestly say no to that and just pick a player. Yeah. You don't like the trades. Yep. That's fair. Yeah, it's a 3rd and 27. Exactly. Now, I would suggest getting a edge rusher in the first 4 rounds. Otherwise, you're going to get a bunch of garbage. Because after a certain point, I would say after Kamara, it's nothing but garbage. And Trey Moore. I just don't like it. Linebacker would be a good option here. You do have Jacob Rodriguez. Dante Lawson is also an option. You could go DB here. You could get Halsey at safety. Pods is also on the table for the Indianapolis. Or Indiana. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Indianapolis. Anyway, McNeil Warren, I've heard good things about. Go to all. Okay. He wants BPA. We got Halsey right here. That's all. Christian Miller sitting here as well. But I don't think we need another defensive tackle. Zachariah Branch is here for Georgia. Keontae Scott from Miami. Overton is also a good option. Antonio Williams, if you like a wide receiver, I vouch for him. McNeil Warren, okay. All right, he's locking in McNeil Warren. I actually like that pick. He's a safety from Toledo. You got 2 interceptions, 6 pass deflections, 77 tackles, 36 yards, solo tackles on that. He is 6'4", 201. Zone box strong safety. Good measurables. They really like his arm and his 40. Could use some work on tackling, but I like all the other areas. Good percentages. Alright, so once this gets to our pick, I want to see who got Jacob Rodriguez. I'm just curious. I'm going to check. I'm going to do a clean sweep through these prior picks. Just see what went. There goes Zachariah Branch to the Bengals. Antonio Williams to the Saints. That's bad. Christian Miller to the Chiefs. Oof. Jacob Rodriguez goes to the Colts. Okay. Malachi Fields. Drew Shelton. Devin Moore to the Vikings. Okay. So you're getting an offer for the Niners for us to move down to 138 from 83. You would pick up a third year and a fourth year pick. Third round pick, fourth round pick next year. And Trey Tomlinson, the corner. Let's see the next one. Sorry, it's acting a little slow. Give it time. It's this website. It might be my laptop. I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's frozen right now. I can't do anything. Give it a second. Let me try something. Okay, there we go. Alright, so no to that one. Bears want us to move down 6 spots, and they'll give us Kobe Bryant, the corner. Now, here's the thing. When we did trade for a corner from Seattle, it worked out pretty well with Mike Jack. But, you know, we aren't guaranteed to get that kind of success again. So, my whole thing is, like, I don't like that. So, I'm going to ignore that one for you as well. Alright. We got Jake Slaughter. We got Golday. We got Michael Trough. We already got a safety, though. So, Mike Washington Jr., Surratt, Kyle Lewis, Deion Burks, Skylar Bell. There's not really a lot here that I like, to be honest. Kilgore. I would go Kilgore. Genesis Smith, Darnell Jackson, Bud Clark. Farmer. Singleton. Sibling. Rutledge. I mean, there's not a lot to pick here in the third round, to be honest. Ooh. I see a name, but I'm not going to reveal it. Go O-line? Okay. Alright, so for O-line, you got Jake Slaughter. We're looking for a center or a guard. So, DeSantis, Lou, Hecht, Jones, Farmer, and Rutledge would be your options. And honestly, like, I've heard interesting things about Jake Slaughter. He's got good measurables. I mean, we do need a center. We just lost oh, okay, you want Besantis? Okay. Alright, Besantis it is. Locking in the pick. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Marcos Cash's draft here. So, I'm letting him lead, letting him do his thing. And this would be how a typical mock draft would go if you had locked in a 1 or 2 mock drafts, you know, during a stream, you know, for a schedule. scheduled stream. So, just so you know, this is how it would work. You would type in chat what you want me to look at. You know, I look at it live, you know, real time. And I follow exactly what your lead is. Whatever you want. We need an edge. I agree. We do have Curry still available. Sap is there. Rieger. Kamara. Those are your 4 best ones. After that, it starts to drop off the table, I feel like. Yeah, that it is edge. That is edge rusher, right there. Personally, I would recommend Kamara, and I'll show you why in a second. Since you're picking an edge rusher this late. And there goes Kamara. So, my next suggestion would be Rieger. Rieger has 5 sacks, 32 tackles, 18 solo. 6'5", 251 from Wisconsin. He's also an edge offensive linebacker. He's got good measurables down the board. Could work on tackling a little bit. But 87%, 81 there. Pretty good. I like him. Or you could go Trey Moore. I like Trey Moore as well. But I will let you pick. You're wanting an edge, so... McLuhan doesn't exactly fit what we're looking for, and Tucker has overinflated stats. Just my take. You know, but you could take any one of them that you want. This is your mock. So, I'm letting you catch up with the stream a little bit. Let me see. You say Rieger? Okay, Rieger it is. Done. I think that's a good pick. I like that one. I would have gone that direction myself, actually. Since he's still on the board. I'm surprised he actually still is. Okay. Caleb Proctor just went off the board to the Bills. Kilgore to the Niners. I think we do need a DB. My honest opinion. I mean, I would not be opposed to Damani Jackson from Alabama this late in the draft. But I don't know who else is going to get taken before that point. So, you could also double down at another position as well. You could go linebacker. You could go edge as well. Again, Trey Moore is still available. I vouch for Hutchins as well. I played against... I've seen my Clemson Tigers play against Hutchins, so I do like him. I see Justin Jefferson here. And in my opinion, I think that's a little too juicy to pass up. Don't you? Just my take. But I personally wouldn't want anybody to get their hands on him. Yeah, we're getting offers because of Justin Jefferson. I knew it. All right. 158. They want you to move down to 189. You pick up a 7th and a 6th next year. Pass. 158 down to a 165. You pick up a 7th. Gross. I don't like those. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, okay. Your game is a little bit off. You use a different simulator, and the prospect rankers are a bit different. Which one are you using? I'm gonna be honest here. It's got to be Justin Jefferson or a corner here. I think Damani Jackson would be a great choice. Toriano Pride Jr. You got Dixon down here from North Carolina, the Tar Heels. TJ Hall from Iowa. Nicolbia, Fuller. I mean, there's some options here. Linebacker wise, you could go back in. You could get Justin. You could get Elliott. Yeah. I agree. I think Justin Jefferson's the pick. There's no way that you leave that on the board. There's just no way. When you see it there, you're just like, nah. Bengals offer is 159 down to a 189. They give you a 7th and a 6th next year. Pass. All right, so what we have so far is a defensive tackle, a safety, a guard, a linebacker, double down at linebacker. But Rager can play both linebacker and edge rusher. So you're hitting both of those with that pick right there. All right, DBs. You know, Damani Jackson's still sitting here. You want a corner? I would jump on a corner, to be honest. I mean, we still need a center, though. You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to go into free agency to get a center? Okay. Damani Jackson it is. Pair him up. I think that's a good move. Go back in. With offensive lineman. There's Campbell. Okay. Yeah, but we only have that one center, though. That's the thing. We lost Bozeman, and we lost his counterpart from the Rams. So both of them are gone. So now we need a new center to accompany the guy that we got in free agency. That's my take. Um, as far as everything else on the board, meh. You know what I mean? Like, okay, tight end from Houston. Let's see if he's there. I don't think he's here, bud. I think somebody grabbed him. You're thinking tight end here? That where your head's at? If you're looking tight end, Nowalski's still here. You still got Kanak. You still got Josh from Alabama. Those are all battle-tested guys, you know. And Kurtzman, yeah. Kazoil, I think he's gone. Let me see. Hold up. You're saying John Michael? John Michael? Give me 1 second. John Michael. Nope, don't see him, buddy. You might be out of luck on that one. Yeah, because Tanner's gone. Tanner was gone last round. Who else do you like? Keep in mind this is our last pick. Michael Guyon. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. The guy from Wyoming. Yeah. This dude right here, right? 6'6", 249, 24 receptions, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, 9 receptions. Inline receiving tight end. Good height, good hands, good 40, good vertical. Excellent broad jump. Good shuttle, good 10-yard. Very good short intermediate guy, you know. Okay. That's the one you want. All right. There you go. And that'll do it for your mock, Marcos Cash. I think you did pretty good. You got a defensive tackle, you got a safety, a guard, edge rusher, a linebacker, corner, and a tight end. That fits all our needs positionally. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, you wanted somebody else? But either way, it's the 200 pick. Yeah, fair. you're not going to find much talent down there. But you pretty satisfied with it? You think you did good? If you were to grade yourself on that draft, what would you draft? What would you grade it? Me personally, I would say I'd say a B plus based on the talent that's there. Nah, it's cool like that. Okay. Okay. I'll give it a solid B plus, man. That was a pretty solid draft. I like it. I like some of the talent here. I like Caden McDonald. I like McWarren. I like Rager. I like Justin Jefferson and Jackson, definitely. I didn't know much about John Michael before this, but I did research Besantis, though. So, all in all, pretty good mock. Give it a solid B. Yeah, I'd agree with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Does anybody else want a slot here for a mock? 7-round mocks is how we do things here. If you're interested, let me know in chat. While I'm live, I'm happy to accommodate. And then obviously I'm going to be doing 2 mocks on my own. Just strictly me. But for the rest of the time during these streams, I usually leave it wide open to the chat. And if the chat doesn't want in on it, then I just do the mocks myself. That's how it rolls. But yeah, it's a 7-round mock drafts. And you can schedule a whole day, you know, for just strictly your blocks of mocks, or just one mock. You are more than welcome to do either one, or pick however many you want to do. Marcos Cash, we got 4-2. We go. All right, let me hide the screen for 1 second. Don't want y'all getting a hold of that email. There we go. All right, cool. You think Tanner Kazoil, hidden gem of a tight end, you can get him in the 6th or 7th? Look into him. He might go undrafted. Okay. You said Houston, right? Houston, right? Let me see if he hasn't gotten picked up. I feel like he got picked up in 5th or 6th round. So we're looking for Tanner. Got you. All right. I also like Kendrick Law, the wide receiver from Kentucky. I just wanted to point that one out. And Jeff Caldwell in Cincinnati. Solid wide receivers right there. Alright, we're going to try round 5. Let's see if round 5 yields it. Shows us where this dude ended up. He might have got reached on. I'm hoping not. Because that would be a massive reach. Yep, there it is. Eagles got him. Round 5. Alright, let's look into him. 74 catches, 727 yards, 6 receiving yards, touchdowns, 9.8 average. He's a 6'6", 247 tight end from Houston. Slot receiving tight end. 4.7 flat. Good measurables. Really like that. Very good percentages. He's not really a blocking tight end, but he can do everything else that you're asking him to do. Honestly, I think it depends on how the tight end room goes off the board, whether he'll go undrafted or not. I feel like probably maybe 6th round. I feel like 6th round. I feel like he got reached on. If you're going by this ranking system, he got reached. Yeah, Eagles get him in the 5th. Yep. And he's supposed to be ranked 162 in this ranking system, so that's not a reach. Considering that was 178. So my thought process is it depends on the ranking system. I'm going to ask this again to chat, and let's see if anybody knows. What ranking system are they officially using on draft weekend? Does anybody know? If anybody can tell me, if you're a VOD watcher, you're more than welcome to comment as well. And let me know if you know the answer to that question. Because nobody seems to know. So we're just going off whatever ranking systems that we find, basically. Which is about half a dozen ranking systems. Different ranking systems. So there's no telling, But I'll keep them on the radar. Because what I do is I record some of these, and I'll go back and I'll look at the VODs, and I'll write down some of the names, and I'll do the research off stream on these guys and be more thorough there. For those that aren't aware, I do that. So I do consider every option that people throw on the board. But thank you for that mock, man. Marcos, you're a champion. We appreciate you around here, man. Much love. Who wants the next one? You are guaranteed a slot right now with the chat. I'm going to give y'all about 2 minutes. If I don't see anything in chat of anybody wanting this scheduled slot here, then we'll just keep it moving. I'm pretty happy with what I've seen so far. You know, with the off-stream mock drafts and whatnot. Again, we're using the standard Jimmy Johnson, so I don't know if that means anything to anybody or not. You know, does anybody like that ranking system or do they not like that ranking system? You know, give me some feedback on that. So I've got something to work with here, you know. All right. I'll give y'all about 30 seconds, then I'm jumping in with mine. 30 seconds, y'all. You went in on a mock, let me know. And if you want in, make sure you commit the time, you know, in chat. You know. If for some reason you cannot complete a mock draft and you end up with issues being able to stay online due to Wi-Fi issues and whatnot like that, then I will make the pick for you. So, what we got? Retirees. Stephon Gilmore officially announced his retirement after 13 seasons. There you go. Super Bowl champion, NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, two-time first-time team All-Pro in 18 and 19, and then you've got the NFL interceptions co-leader 2019, or his accolades. And I really enjoyed watching him play. Congrats to him. Enjoy your retirement. Getting to leave on your own terms, you know, without an injury is big in the NFL. And anytime players get a chance to ride off in the sunset without big injuries that cost them, you know, down the road, that's awesome. Very, very happy for him. All right. Let me see if anybody responded to the post I put up. Did anybody respond to it? Yes, no. That's a pretty cool draft hat. Yeah. I mess with that. By the way, the Falcons released their new jerseys. That's actually a good question. Did we meet with Shadiq for a 30 visit? I don't think so that I've heard. No, they haven't. Okay. No, they haven't, and that was 6 hours ago. Luke put that up. Okay. So we're going to trust his word on that. Since he's in my team chat. Okay. Alyssa gave that post a heart. Okay, cool. But no official schedule request so far. You're welcome to PM me or DM me on Facebook or Instagram Instagram is Shadow Warrior with 1W645. So if you're looking to DM me on Instagram and you feel like that's a better option for you, communication wise, that would be fine too. I do respond to both very quickly. I respond to Facebook messages quicker than I do Instagram, but I do notice them. But I tried to put it in one place with the post. That way, I'm going to pin that real quick. There we go. That way, people will see it. I need this at the top. Yep. Alright, cool. So if anybody wants to jump in with that, they can. There it is. And always check the featured area and the Facebook group page, because I will always be putting like announcements on the featured, such as scheduling for Combine, the NFL Draft, things of that nature. So be looking for that. Important things that people need to see. Alright. That being the case, since nobody is jumping in, we're going to go ahead and do the next one. Now again, today is going to be all about pick 19. We're not moving up, we're not moving down. Today is pick 19. Whatever shows up, we go with whatever's there. Let's roll. I'm going to do trade downs on a different stream. Trade down scenarios. And for those, I do know exactly what I want to do with that. So, alright. Parker's gone. Let's see. Jeremiah Love's gone. Howell, Mason Thomas. Okay. That's been pretty much locked in on this mock draft, is Mason Thomas to the Buccaneers. Over Reese to the Vikings. I've seen that one a lot too. Alright, so this is the typical trade down offer I would get from New England right here. Because they're going for Sonny Styles. Or somebody of good value here. And they'll want me to move down to 31. I'll pick up a 63 second rounder, a 95 third rounder, a 125 fourth rounder, and a 7th rounder next year. See, what I manipulated that draft offer to be is a 6th rounder instead of a 7th. Minus the player. I could probably push a 5th, but I doubt it. For NFL Draft Plus. Now, on an actual draft board day, you look. I'm gonna say no to these because these are garbage. Alright, so I could go ahead and take the Patriots one. I do like Christian Ellis. I think there's a lot of potential for progress with Christian Ellis. You know what? For the sake of this offer, I'm going to go ahead and accept this trade. I do like Christian Ellis. They're going for Lemon. Yep. They were going for Lemon. I didn't feel like there was anything to really fear on that one. Chargers are mainly going after Caden McDonald. So, Casey Conception right there. Messidor is gone. Doesn't surprise me. Shadiq is off the board. Avion Terrell is off the board. That means we are sitting where we are now. Trade down to 41, and we get a third round 72. Interesting, Bengals. Who are you hunting for? Intriguing offer. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. Christian Miller. Sonny Styles. Anthony Hill Jr. here. Are my three, I think. I'm going to go ahead and probably go for... Ooh. You know what? And Overton. Overton is now an option too. But he'll be sitting there at 51. I think... I don't think Christian Miller is going to be there. I don't know. I will have to pass on that Bengals offer. I'm just not liking it. Halsey at 50. Ooh. You know what? If I don't grab Halsey before 51. Oof, that's tough. That's a tough one. Because I see Brandon. I see Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech down here, so I'm not going to go for a linebacker immediately. I think that's too much of a push. So, Overton or if I don't grab Anthony Hill Jr. here, he's gone. Alright, so it's between Anthony Hill Jr. and Christian Miller. To me, those are the two choices. And Halsey. Halsey's on the board too. You know what? Since there's not many good defensive tackles out here, I gotta grab Christian Miller. I think that's the right move. I think it is. Because we have Kilgore on the board. You know, we can always go for him. We have a couple of other safeties on that board too. Around the time that we want to grab a safety. So, I'm not in an immediate hurry. You know. Derek Moore. Brendan Sis. Bell. And Bree. McIndoe. Okay. So we can move down to 80, pick up a 174 fifth rounder, and a second round pick next year. Marquise Robbins in the corner would be included in that trade. That's a pass. Texans want me to move down 8 spots. I pick up a 4th rounder, 106, and a 4th and 5th next year. Intriguing offer. Very intriguing offer. And I see Anthony Hill Jr. still sitting here. That is incredibly tempting. I'm not going to lie. I'll grab an edge rusher pretty soon here, but I'm not grabbing one right away. Halsey's sitting here too. 50, 38. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. We have the 63rd pick. Do we want to move the 63 and the 83 up? Or do we want to just sit where we're at? I think Hill Jr., I don't think we can ignore that pick. I'm going to be honest. It's between him and Halsey. That's a tough one. I see Kilgore sitting down here, and that's why I'm willing to just jump on Anthony here. I'll do it. I'll get Anthony. I was going to get a linebacker there anyway. I think that's the right move. I think if we were to move down like even 5 spots, Hill Jr. would be gone. And it's too much of a risk. You're rolling the dice too much. So, just my take on it. Farmer, Parker, okay. Antonio Williams. I was looking to maybe experiment at wide receiver there, but Antonio Williams is gone. No, thank you, Buccaneers. I don't want your corner. I don't want your future picks, New England. No, thank you. That's way too far to trade down to 126. No, thank you. Zacchaeus. Oh, and a second-year pick next year. Falcons, who are you hunting? That's fascinating. Okay, so Halsey's gone. That's fine. Edge rusher. We don't have to immediately go edge rusher here. I think a wide receiver would be fine here with this trade down. But I would rather seal this up. Everett. Everett looks good here. I'll take Everett. We get 2 Georgia players here. load them back up. You know, Christian Miller, Everett back together again. I think I like that move. You know, we can still get Rager, we can still get Kamara, you know, with 83 or 95. So, I think we're still okay. We're still looking good. So far, so good. I think a trade down with New England looks real good for us. You know, I've ran a couple of sims. I think that's a good scenario in both cases. I've still got to run a few more with the trade down with New England. But thus far, it looks like it's a solid trade down for us. Some people might disagree. You know, it depends on the ranking system. Depends on who you're targeting. Packers want me to move down one spot. They'll give me a 5th rounder, 2 7s. Intriguing. Broncos want me to move down to 108. You pick up a 3rd and 3 7s. Pass. And a 3rd round for the Bills. Nope. Alright, so this pick obviously has to be a pass rusher. I was not counting on Barham being here. So let's take a look at him. You're looking at 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 32 tackles total, 21 solo. 6'4", 240, linebacker slash edge. He's a box linebacker. Good solid measurables. Good tackling, good pass rush, excellent run defense. Coverage is a little lacking. Not exactly what we're looking for, right? Let me show you guys Rager and Kamara. Kamara first. Kamara has 2 sacks, 34 total tackles, 12 solo. He's a 6'1", 265 from Indiana. Versatile defensive lineman. Measurables are meh. But good percentages. 73% tackling, 90% pass rush, 86% run defense. That's why I think this dude is a solid candidate for what we're trying to do with our defense. So, I'm putting him on the radar. $100. Do we roll the dice on Kilgore for 95? I think we could get Kilgore at 95. I think it's possible. Although I have seen a couple of teams reach. Genesis Smith might still be there. Good measurables for Genesis Smith. Has a little bit of trouble tackling and run defense, but everything else looks solid. He's a... Let me see this again. Man zone slot nickel safety. Okay. And Bud Clark. Bud Clark's solid too. Zone free safety. I like Bud Clark. If we can get Bud Clark from TCU. My target is Kilgore because he can play nickel and safety at the same time. you know, we're not in a hurry for that. Let me see if there's an offensive lineman that pops up that I like. Logan Jones, maybe. Good measurables. Pass protector. Wide receiver? Do we dare to get aggressive here? At this spot? Malachi Fields is pretty good. 36 catches, 630, 5 touchdowns, 17.5. He's an outside X receiver. 6'4", 218. From Virginia. Good box numbers. Good percentages. Blocking could be a little better. I think we got a chance to get another linebacker here. You know what? I'm going to jump on it. I think that's the right move. You double up a linebacker. We'll still be able to get our edge rusher with this next pick. Okay. Kilgore at 100. Most definitely the pick. That's my target. Drafting him. I think that's the right move. And you move down to 119. This is off of the trade. To where it allowed me to double up at linebacker. So the next move here, I think, is Rager. If I can get Rager, I would really like Rager. Either Rager or Kamara. I'll take either one. Okay, Rager's off the board. I'll take Kamara. They haven't messed up my draft strategy yet. They haven't done it yet. So, there goes Bud Clark. Okay. We got Kilgore, so we got our safety / corner. So I think, I'm happy with that. That's fine. Malachi Fields. The Eagles so far have been taking players that we have had on our radar. And that's a little bit of a concern to me. So I think watch Philadelphia in this draft very closely. Because I've seen this a number of times now. And I don't like it. Kamara is definitely the pick here. We need an edge rusher. There goes James Proctor, Logan Jones, Emmett Johnson. Down to 211, huh? No. One spot and you gain a seventh rounder. Pass on that, to be honest. I don't really need a seventh. I'm good with that. I think doubling up at ooh. You know what? Ooh. We can go wide receiver here. Hold up. CJ Daniels. Ooh. 50 catches, 557 yards, 7 touchdowns, 11.1. Battle tested with Miami. Not bad percentages. We could probably work with that. I like to see that blocking percentage come up a little, but not bad. Burks is still here, surprisingly. 57, 620. Good numbers. Good percentages. Okay. I see an opportunity there. I'm not going to jump on it immediately. I need to see what else is out here. He's still going to be sitting there later. I think let's get a bona fide corner here. Let's get Julian Neal. I can't pass that up. There'll be other wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to take that risk with XL this year and just see how he does. I don't see the need to just jump on a wide receiver immediately like everybody else. I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. That's just me. Other people think it's a necessity because they've given up on XL. You know, it just depends on where you fall on that debate, to be real. And as of right now, there's no right or wrong answer. You know, you feel how you feel about it, you know. I'm not going to, go 10 rounds with people about it, but it is what it is. You know, if you feel a certain way about him, then you feel a certain way. So, there's probably not much I'm going to do to change your mind if I feel the opposite. So, same thing with Bryce, same thing with a bunch of other players. $158, $159. This is where I would start focusing on offensive line. I have somebody in mind. I think you guys are going to like this pick. Sit tight. Okay. Offensive line, let's go. First of all, let me make sure we covered all our bases before we go jumping offensive line here. Defensive tackle, linebacker, corner. Linebacker, corner / safety, defensive end, bona fide corner. So if we don't like the first pick at corner with Everett, we can see what we're getting out of Julian Neal. So I like that move. That leaves center, guard, wide receiver, tight end. Yeah, those four. So let's go ahead and get DJ Campbell. I don't want him floating around any longer. He's been sitting out there long enough. And Pat Coogan. That solidifies the offensive line right there. Now, from this point on, you're looking at a wide receiver or a tight end. Or down, doubling down on a position that you were not happy with before. So, I'm going to be honest. I was not expecting to be able to get Jacob Rodriguez at 83 with the trade down to New England. I was not expecting that. So, shoot, I'll take it. There's Tanner. Okay. Eagles didn't take him. They took Martin instead this time. That's interesting. Yeah, Titans got him. Oh, well. Honestly, I'm happy with running it back with the tight ends that we have. I think run it back. That's my take. A lot of people are going to probably disagree with that, but your opinion is your opinion. So, honestly, you could go back and forth with that debate too, as far as do you think any of these tight ends, like late rounds, would be an upgrade on Mitchell Evans? I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. But Mitchell Evans will be here for a while, so. Ooh, Kendrick Law's here. We've got everything else. I don't see why not. Is Jeff Caldwell still here too? Let me show you all Jeff Caldwell real quick. 32 catches, 478, 6 touchdowns, 14.9. Awesome measurements. Everybody loves him. You know, he's a 6'5", 431, beast right here. The high of 42 vertical. You can make some moves. Problem is, he can't catch nothing. 56% in catching. And 52% in blocking. Not our guy. However, when you look at Kendrick Law, 53 catches, 540 yards, 3 touchdowns, 10.2. He's a slot receiver. Yes, he's a slot receiver. But I want y'all to see something. This dude can do other things. He's not a one-trick pony. I've watched him play in Kentucky. I know. He can line up anywhere and make some people miss. He's a problem on the field. And that's somebody I want. Boom. Therefore, we have locked in some pretty good picks here. I'm happy with them. So you're looking at Christian Miller, the defensive tackle, joined by his Georgia brethren, Dalen Everett, the corner, with Anthony Hill Jr., the linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker from Texas Tech. Excuse me. Jalen Kilgore, the safety / nickel corner. Defensive end Kamara from Indiana, national champion. Julian Neal, lockdown corner from Arkansas, battle tested in the SEC. DJ Campbell, excellent guard right here. I'll show you why I like him. Good measurements. Look at the percentages. Very, very good. You want a balanced guard. Pat Coogan can play center and guard position. Left and right guard. And then you got Kendrick Law. So, I'm pretty happy with what I got there. I think that was an excellent mock. I was not bargaining for a couple of these players to show up on that list. I'm going to be real with you. I think AJ Halsey's a trap. I think he's a trap player. If you jump on him and you still got Kilgore on the list, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, because Kilgore can play nickel. And Halsey can't do that. He's more of a safety. Just a free roaming safety. So, I think there's options down the board if you're looking and you really want to hunt for these guys. And you really want a trade down with New England, because New England gave me their 31st pick moving down. You know, you get a bunch of stuff out of it. It's a treasure chest here of values. I don't know how well that trade would work out on a regular draft weekend. That's my question, because it depends on New England. What are they willing to move? What are they hunting for? You know, those are the two things that I want. I want answered. Cool. Before we try to move down with them. But the opportunities are there. Definitely there. I didn't care about the player that they sent me. What I cared about was the picks. So, at the pace that we're going, I might do two or three a day. Because it seemed like my mock draft here is pretty quick paced compared to most years. It depends on what's on the board, though. Alright, so anybody in chat who would like to do a mock, now is your opportunity. Speak now. Jump in. 7-round mock. You get full control. Just giving y'all that minute to decide. Oh, okay. Based on what I saw on the board with that trade down, I gotta give that probably a B plus. There's a few more things on that board I think I would like to jump on, but I'll give it a solid B plus. I'm not crossing into the A range yet. Not with that talent. It's close though. It's very close. But because I made that trade down with New England, that's why I'm not pushing the A grade on that. So I want to run it without that trade. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I can run it without that trade, and we'll see if we get that same type of talent sitting there. That's what I'm looking for. I know probably about 2 of these players will be on Dan and Dave's radar. I can't speak for the rest, but I know that 2 of them will probably be on there. Possibly a third. Because that's what happened last year. So, alright, so this is for the people that think we're getting Howell. He has been consistently up there in the top 15. Same thing with the corner. Buccaneers want me to go into the second round. No, thank you. Christian Benford. First round pick. No, pass. Patrick Surtain? What's this dude? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I may not be able to ignore this one. Oof. Nope. 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 That's too much money. No. I can't accept that, Broncos. I'm sorry. No. It's just too much. Some of these teams are trying to get Lemon. There's a huge hunt for Makai Lemon at this point. And Avion Terrell. And Arvell Reese. So, let's run one where we get you know what? People want us to get Sonny Styles. Let's get. Ooh, well, Anthony Jr.'s here. I'm gonna show you why I think Sonny Styles is a little overrated. 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 83 tackles, 46 solo. I like his measurables, but his pass rush, there's your problem. 76%. Everything else looks great. I think he may be a little high. I put him mid, bottom first round, early second. I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to go Anthony. Y'all are going to think I'm nuts. Y'all are going to think I'm absolutely bananas for making this pick right here. But watch this. Because there's going to be a couple of defensive tackles here. Sitting there at 51. Dolphins got Terrell. I'm happy with that. As long as Atlanta doesn't get him, I'm satisfied with that. Seahawks, Sonny Styles goes to them at 32. Okay. I also want to run one where we get Omar, the wide receiver. Okay. Pick 46 is where I start paying attention. Okay. Sis is gone. Colts usually picks this. CJ Allen. Okay. We might have some talented players on this board. Hold up. What's still here? Halsey's still here. Interesting. Christian Miller. You know, we might go that direction again. We might. Overton. Let's see. Lawson isn't until pick 80. Everett isn't until pick 81. There's a small chance that Everett could show up at 83. Small chance. It's big enough to risk it. Okay. Overton could be a good option though too. Let me see Overton's numbers. 4 sacks, 40 total tackles, 22 solo. 6'3", 274. Big boy from Alabama. Originally from Georgia. Good numbers. 64% in tackling. If we want to upgrade in the pass rushing and not just settle for the average guys, Kamara and down there, Overton would be a good option without having to move. However, Christian Miller is still sitting there. That's a tough call, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. We love our multi-tool guys. That's the thing. That's why I think Overton might be the better player to pick here. But defensive tackle was so sparse, I gotta go Christian Miller. It is so hard to get a good defensive tackle in this draft. Besantis, 49ers? Cody Williams to the Broncos. AJ Halsey to the Pats. I've seen AJ Halsey go to the Pats in several of these mocks. So, don't be surprised if that actually happens on actual draft day. Jacob Rodriguez goes there. Okay, that's fine. I already got Hill. That's fine. Okay. Military, Kubinek, Austin. Was he a Trotter? Okay. Becker up Branch. Okay. Troy Franklin. Ooh. I did not bargain for him being on the radar. Hold up. Hold up. Let me see this dude. Let me see. Ooh, look at this contract. Ooh, that's a gorgeous contract. $4 million. 4.8 for a rookie contract. We would only be on the hook for 2.6. Tempting. All right. Cowboys want me to move down to 92. I pick up a 4th rounder and a 7th. That's tempting too. Okay. Okay, Everett's still here. So is Kilgore. Ooh. You know what? Kilgore's got to be the pick. I can't let this dude slip. I can't do it. I cannot do it. That's a multi-tool, valuable piece in our defense. We can't let that dude slip. At all. $119. Okay. Edge rusher. So this next pick is either Reagor or Kamara. What it looks like to me. Whichever one's still on the board is the one we're taking. Come on. Leave both my pass rushers alone. Leave them alone. Don't you go for them. Don't you do it. Chiefs, Cowboys, I'm watching y'all. Ooh, Chiefs get Grayson Halt. Ooh. Youch. That's a good defensive tackle right there. Don't Everett. I've still got somebody in my corner. We're okay. No need to panic. Okay, so. But I need to see, okay, 118. Do we need to rush pick him? That's what I'm concerned about. I do have a third option, so. You know what? Yeah. We need to rush pick him. Because he won't stay on the board after this. There's no way. We'll get our pass rusher in a minute. I got somebody for y'all. Don't worry. Assuming you know the team doesn't get him first. There goes Reagor. Come on, Kamara, sit. Sit for me. Sit and roll over for me. Alright, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting. They haven't messed with Kamara yet. Amazingly. I'm actually surprised. Kamara still there? Nope. He gone. He gone. Alright. Here's what we're going to do then. For pass rusher. This is an immediate situation where we need a pass rusher. I would go with Patrick Payton, maybe? He can't tackle. No. For no. For no. But I'm not ready to pick him yet. It's 158, 159. So. Get him. Go get Coogan before 200, because Coogan will be off the board. We're grabbing both of them. And then we'll see what pass rusher is still there. I think we might be able to get lucky with Fano. I'm pretty happy with this draft. I like this one. Waiting on my pick again. Waiting on my pick again. We got one more at 200. Just bored till my pick. Just bored. Come on. And Durant, fastest time from a defensive tackle in the combine. Big name right there. Oh, okay. Justin Jefferson goes to Washington. Taylor Green, Damani Jackson. Brad Murdoch. Johnson. Okay. So far, so good. They're leaving vanilla alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Yes. Perfect. I want for no. Boom. That's a killer draft without having to move. Right there. Linebacker, defensive tackle, safety / corner, nickel corner, corner lockdown spot, guard, center, defensive end. All of our positions of need filled, sealed, and delivered. I'm happy with it. I think this is a good one. Just waiting on the last of this draft to finish up. Boom, 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 boom. Waiting on this to finish so I can save it up. But I mean, that was an interesting thing, you know, Troy Franklin as a trade offer. If you couple that with a couple of picks, I might be interested. But that's where I'm at with that, because Troy Franklin has a lot of potential, but if the only thing you see is a slot receiver out of him, then that's all he's going to be in your system. But if you try to push him to do like some outside stuff a little bit, I think you'll be surprised. I think he can do some of that. Alrighty. Where are we at in the stream? 2 hours? Okay. Alright, and that is 257. Stream 2. Boom. 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 There we go. And done. Alright, guys. That is mock draft stream number 1 knocked out. Unless somebody else wants to jump in with a mock. I'm going to give y'all one more chance. Jump in here with a mock. 7 rounds. All 7. If not, we're going to switch up to a gaming stream in a little bit. I'm going to rest up. I'm going to chill out for a little bit. And then we'll probably switch up to a gaming stream. If I choose to do it tonight. But we got the work done today, so pretty happy with that. With the mocks. Normally I would go maybe one or two more, but I'm just not feeling it today. So I just wanted to knock out the first stream, and just give somebody some people a chance, to get in and do a mock. So, nobody else wants one. So, respect to Marcos Cash. Much love to you for jumping in here and kicking us off with a bang with mock drafts. We appreciate you. You'll get opportunities later on to do more, of course. Repeat ones if you want. That would be fine with me. Anybody that's scheduled goes first. Anybody that's not scheduled, I open up the chat after I've done my mocks. So, or I'll do my mocks last. Either way, depending on what the stream is feeling like, If I'm feeling tired, then I'll just go ahead and knock mine out, and I won't open it up. But it all depends, But you're scheduling for day blocks, for these scheduled mock draft streams. So if you're interested in them, please do let me know. Facebook post is pinned on the group page. So we got several more of these to go before the draft. Again, keep in mind the day before the draft I take off and I don't stream. So that's a day off, because the draft weekend is a marathon. So I want my day off before I jump in there, you know what I mean? But otherwise, you can't schedule a day on that block day right there. So for the rest of them, let me know. All right. So for those checking out the mock draft streams, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so, and don't forget to check out the Facebook group page. Keep pounding in all caps for in-game post polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news, such as scheduling for the channel and for the Yahoo Sports app. Keep pounding Fantasy Football League. And if you like the intro that you see on the screen, go check out Lindara Ty on Instagram, using her last name first, Ty, T-A-I Lindara, Lindara, for videos, panels, etc. to enhance your streaming experience. Go check her out. She's looking for new clients. She's awesome to work with and just awesome in general. Lindara Ty on Instagram. Go check out Monster Grub, Sub and Grub, Spartanburg, South Carolina, for some tasty subs on game day or off season, or even on draft weekend, or maybe if you're just casually doing some mocks. Who knows, right? It's delicious. It's awesome. The owner's a Panthers fan. Tell him we said hi. And me and Blitz send our regards. Go check out Blitzball Champ as well during the off season. He plays video games too, with his streams, and he also does AEW wrestling material. So go check him out. Go sub to him if you haven't already. Lots of content coming out for both our streams. So please, please, please do go check him out too. Share the love. He's under our umbrella of streamers, as well as Bleeding Carolina Blue podcast, which Mr. Carolina we haven't heard from in a while. So I don't know what he's doing, but hopefully he's doing well. Much love to you. And also Panther streamers out there, Hawk 2020, C3, Pat Coltrane, Black Cat Panther Podcast. If you want your name in that list, let me know, and I'll shout you out on the stream. If you're a Panthers streamer, much love to y'all. People outside of the Panthers streaming community is Ed Oliver, and you got Tom Grossi for the Green Bay Packers with the Packcast. So go check them out. Much love to these people. They're awesome human beings. Go check them out. Tell them we said hi. Tell them we sent you to them. And I know Unk's doing some mock draft streaming right now. And I think Black Cat Panther Podcast was live earlier. So go check those streams out. I don't know if they're still live or not. Let me double check real quick. Let me see who's live right now. I'll send you to them. But we've done our first mock draft stream, so we're pretty satisfied with that. Yeah, Panthers Prime Podcast is live right now, so if you guys want to check them out, go for it. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, I'm happy with what we've got so far. Marco's kicking us off with a bang. More mock draft streams to come. Stay happy, healthy, and well, y'all. We will see you soon. As always, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding. Row, row, row.